When planning for retirement, what percent of allocation, and really it's early retirement, that's like the context of our conversation. So when planning for early retirement, what percent of allocation would be in BTC compared to stocks and bonds? Now, you've just given this away. You've said it would be better if you just, converted, sold off all your stocks, however your strategy is to that, or a large chunk, and then got into Bitcoin. But if you just meet someone on the subway and you don't have time to go down the rabbit hole, and there's a 22-year-old kid looking at you and being like, wow, this guy works in Bitcoin. He must have the answer, And he used to work at Goldman Sachs. What is the answer you would give him in the 30 seconds so as to not dissuade him, but incentivize, a forward-looking, maybe heavier Bitcoin amount than he would think to allocate?
Yeah, I think for a short 30-second answer here, what I would say is see if you can think about where your conviction level lies on Bitcoin on a scale of 1 to 100. And if it's 25 out of 100, then do 25% in Bitcoin and 75% in stocks. If it's 50, do 50-50. If it's 75%, do 75 and 25. Just think about where do you lie on your conviction that Bitcoin is going to be here in the form that we expect it to be in 20, 30 years, and that the growth rate will continue to outpace the stock market, and that you've got some benefit that you might get from sovereign ownership of your wealth. Plot that on that graph and then allocate accordingly. You don't have, this does not have to be an exact science, right? Just do something that will allow you to get some exposure there to Bitcoin as part of that savings portfolio that you're getting started.
That's a phenomenal answer. You had a bunch of stocks, or you had stocks, let's say there was a point where your entire portfolio was 100% stocks. I don't care if you had $5, but it was 100% stocks. How did you wean into Bitcoin? Did you just have a day where you sat down and you're like, you know what, 30%'s gone. I feel like I've got good returns on this. I'm going to take 30% off the top, and then I'm going to start DCAing down the rest of my stocks and putting it into Bitcoin. How was that for you?
I did what I was talking about earlier, which is that I just took a chunk of what my normal contributions were to that stock portfolio.
So you didn't sell. You just started to DCA.
No, I just started to DCA in the Bitcoin direction. And then over time that, started out with a small portion of it, maybe 10%. And then over time, as I found conviction in Bitcoin, it became 100%. So that advice that I'm giving your friend, your 22-year-old friend, that's exactly what I did. I took a small portion, and then over time it just ramped up to 100%.
Okay. But you never sold the stocks. Probably there's tax implications there too.
I still have stocks as part of my portfolio. I do not have 100% Bitcoin. I would have had 100% Bitcoin, but I am married, and so there are considerations there. I like my wife. I want to stay married. I'm kidding about that to some degree. She's definitely been very supportive of me and this approach, so I can't complain too much.